Blessings to everybody. Hey, listen, go ahead and invite your followers. For those of you that are coming in, happy Friday to everybody. And Lottie Dottie, hopefully you're having an awesome day, a wonderful day. What a blessed day to be alive. It's a little chilly here in the ATL, but nevertheless, it's a wonderful day. Yeah, it's a wonderful day because it's a blessed day. How many know every day is a wonderful day because it's a blessed day. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Listen, just very quickly, I was actually driving en route to having lunch, and I heard something in my spirit that said you had to. I heard something in my spirit that said you had to. And I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to drop this thing like it's hot and I'm going to get out of here. But I'm driving my automobile, and I'm en route to lunch. And I heard in my spirit, you had to. You had to. And I said, God, what do you mean? What do you mean you had to? The Lord said, tell the people there were things in this season that they had to go through. He said, tell the people. I want you to tell the people. I want you to minister to them. I want you to speak into them. I want you to breathe upon them. And I want you to tell them that there were some things in this season that they had to go through. And I want you to get this in the Holy Ghost. Now, catch this in the Spirit. He said, tell them, be it God motivated or man manipulated, they had to go through it. And I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute, God. I said, say that again. He said, tell them that I said that there are some things in this season that they had to go through. He said, tell them that I said, be it God motivated or man manipulated. He said, tell them that they had to go through it. They had to go through it. They had to go through it in order to get to it. Here's the deal. Everybody wants to get to it, but nobody wants to go through it. But how do you know that how many of you know rather that the only way to it is to go through it? David says in Psalms 23, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because David understood that the only way to it was through it. See, some of you all are trying to get to it without going through it. And God says it just ain't going to happen like that. The only way to it is through it. But here's the deal. Now that you've gone through it, you are now on your way to it. I dare somebody to lift up their hands and tell the Lord, thank you. I said, now that you have gone through it, you are now on your way to it. I don't know what your it may be, because everybody's it is different. But now that you've gone through it, you are now on your way to it. And that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. God said, tell them that they had to. That's all I wanted to say. And I'm out. That's it. Nothing deep, nothing philosophical. Nothing that God says, tell them that they had to go through it. Be it God motivated or man manipulated. Blessings to you from Cali. I love you all. Both you and your husband, you and your wife. Love you guys so appreciate you. He says, tell them that they had to go through it. Be it God motivated or be it man manipulated. He says, tell them that they had to go through it. You know what that means? That covers everything. That covers whatever it is you are going through. This is for the people who have sat back in this season and said to themselves, if I didn't have to go through this, I would be so much more further along. If I didn't have to go through that, I would be so much more further along. If I didn't have to go through this and that, if I didn't have to go through that and this, I would be so much more further along. This is for the folk who have sat back saying to themselves, if I didn't have to go through this. God said, no, flip the script and change the channel. You had to go through this. Whatever your this is, or whatever your this was, you had to go through it. But lift up your hands and say, it's over now. It's over now. Listen to me by the Holy Ghost, and I'm out of here. I'm gone. God is about to do exceedingly and abundantly and above all that you could ask or that you could think, because his power to perform is far greater than your capacity to perceive. Listen, whatever you thought God was about to do, God's about to do bigger than that. Whatever you've been asking God to do, God's about to do greater than that. Can somebody type the words bigger and greater, because that's about to be your testimony. Now, you don't have to get this if you don't want to. I feel glory now. I said you don't have to get this if you don't want to. But that's bigger and greater is about to be your testimony. God's ability to perform is far greater than your capacity to perceive. Whatever you thought he was going to do, he's about to do bigger. Whatever you've been asking him to do, he's about to do greater. Listen, for those of you that are under the sound of my voice, and even for those of you in whom are going to be recipients of my replay, I decree and declare bigger and greater over your life. God says if we decree a thing, he shall establish it. How many believe the word of the Lord? I just believe God. Anybody out there believe God? He says if we decree a thing, what? He shall establish it. I decree and declare that bigger and greater shall be your testimony.